Right, hello YouTube, welcome to, hopefully, depending on how much time I have, I might have to, well, I suppose for you guys it'll still be it, but welcome to the last part of our Grand Tour mission. I was going to say, this might be the last, this hopefully will be the last part of the thing, and I'm thinking, oh, I might run out of time to record today, and I'm like, wait, no, I'll just record the rest of it later. But yes, we've been running a bit of a Grand Tour mission around Jewel and its 5 moons. Last time, the game really screwed us over at the last second. We had a really cool, like, desperate last-ditch attempt to recover to the station. We had Kerbals riding on the outside. It was crazy. And then the game just decided to throw bugs at us. And I had so many more problems after the bit where I cut off. Even the docking was not working properly. As you can probably see by the fact I eventually had to resort to the main craft coming to dock with the lander. However, everyone is almost back. We are nearly there. We are so close now. Assuming this dock's okay, we'll start the process of getting everyone transferred into their final stations for the return trip, and we will be ditching the landers. They will not be coming with us. We need the extra fuel mass, basically. And also it will reduce the lag quite a lot, which I'm very much looking forward to not having to deal with anymore. I have retracted these panels because the way we're going to ditch the landers, once the crew are across, we'll point ourselves prograde and we'll just burn without the radiators out for a short time with these detached, and we'll just let them fall behind us. Excellent. So, for the last time the ship is together, and by together I mean, well, any of you guys that have been following us, following this mission, will realise that there's some bits missing off of these landers. We have been hemorrhaging parts in the last episode. Right. Crew transfer time. We have to transfer most of them. Clever is an engineer, I believe. Most of these are going to have to transfer over to the main ship. Is Clever the only one on board? Is Jeb on board? Well, Jeb's on board the ship. Interesting. Anyway. Right, we do want to try and put them inside of here, but I don't know if I can click on it. Is the slightly frustrating part. You know, for now, Gleber, go to there. In fact, we'll have Gleber. We were hoping not to have to do this, but I might... Oh, crew transfer is just being a pain again, isn't it? Is it input locks? Have we accidentally turned on some input locks? Transfer the crew. Are these locked? Are these somehow, like, sealed or something? Hang on. I don't have to enable something, do I? They should be able to... I have no idea why Glever can't do that. We'll have them EVA up to the front of the ship, I guess. Or hang on, let's try transfer again. Come on, transfer. There is space on board these modules. Okay, good. Right, transferred off. We might ditch this as one of the first things we do, actually, just to get the lag down. Or even worry about transferring the crew. It could be lag. That's why we can't transfer them reliably. I do not know why we can't do this reliably, though. Why doesn't it work? What is wrong with it? It just does not want to work reliably. We might have to just give them jetpacks and let them fly across. But we can do that now. We have access to the inventories. So what I might do is give all those crew jetpacks and we'll just have to fly across. It's not ideal. It shouldn't be an issue, but it is. And I guess I just have to live with this. We had another jetpack on board somewhere, right? We definitely didn't lose any. Is it on... Is it in the collar at the top? Is that where it is? Is it in this part? Sneaky little hidden inventory here. Nope, we didn't put anything in there. So the other jetpack. Well, that's fine. We can borrow one off one of the others. Gleber's actually still got his. Yeah. Sidrin. I hope Sidrin can EVA. otherwise we may have a problem if our tourist is stuck on board there and he can't get out. Right. But yeah, we'll have them EVA to the front of the ship. We'll have actually Gleber specifically get out first. Let's try and... Oh, right. Can any of our engineers actually escape? We'll go to do more faulty crew transferring. Do you have a jetpack before you let go? Yes. Yeah, so what he'll do... I'll have to have him disassemble part of the heat shield on the return section, which is obviously not quite ideal. But since it's all we can do, I don't know if this is because the game has just been running for ages, or if it's just a bit buggy, or what, or this mission's been running too long, but assuming he can, he'll use construction mode and he'll take off that radiator in front of him. Okay, it would help if I actually also checked what the right radiator was, apparently. Okay, it's not necessarily attached in the right place anymore. Which are the ones covering the hatch exits? I know those things have hatches on them somewhere. Underneath one of those radiators is an entrance and exit hatch that we can uncover. Use for boarding those modules. Oh, it's this one. It's this one here because you've got the ladder. Okay, so with that uncovered, the Kerbals can manually enter the correct module, and we might just have to have them do that. Thanks for crew. EVA. If it's how we have to do it, it's how we have to do it. I've come too far to fail now. Even if our return module is starting to look kind of lumpy. I think we're just going to have to accept that. And have one of the engineers put it back on roughly the right place later. That's meant to be a bit of... We might be able to... I think you can manipulate it with quite a lot of the same tools, so we might be able to get them to manipulate it into the right place again. Is this one still got crew on board? Oh, we also have to have one of them grab the science on the way out. Oh, transfer crew. Actually, can we just transfer them now that we can see it properly? No, of course that'd be too easy. Right. EVA time. I don't know why crew transferring is not working properly. I think it's lag. I think it's just too much going on, but... inventory. No, control. Command. Take the data. There we go. Oh, we should have a... Okay, this we'll have to quick save for because this could crash the game. The laboratory has an enormous repository of data aboard it, like gigantic. We don't want to lose that. Take data. Well, the Harbour Control Center has a lot as well. 109. We had another whole 109 just on there? Where are the rest? The rest should be on board here somewhere, shouldn't it? On the lab? Don't tell me we've lost them. We had like 500 something data on board the ship. 500 something experiments on board. We'll try a control from here, the top pod, if we can't find it, and see if we can get them to shunt them across. But maybe she can't take the data twice. I don't know. Anyway, at the very least, we'll have someone try and get that data out. I'm not leaving it, and I'm going to check it's still there. Yeah, review data, 577. It is definitely still there. If we can't move it normally, I will look into how you would actually go about doing that with mods or whatever, because I'm not leaving that data. There's too much there. I cannot. Right, transfer crew. EVA. Oh, don't tell me you can't EVA at all. Do not do this game. Do not make it so I cannot shift the most important crew member. He can't EVA. I can't transfer him because it won't work, and he can't EVA. What am I supposed to do? I might have to look into this. Oh, okay, it worked. I just had to mash click. Okay. That's okay. I could deal with that. Transfer crew. Transfer. Okay, there should be 2 scientists left aboard, and I guess enough space for to move them over. We won't worry about that. I was going to have the lab transmit on the way back, but you know what? I don't care. Let's just get them home. There's been so many recent issues that I'm just like, it's... The commander, I think, has just decided it's too dangerous. Wait, no, you're kidding me. What do you mean we don't have room? Have we ended up with an extra crewman? What the heck? We don't have room? Have we miscounted? What the heck? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We are a space short. We can't return them. We'll have to put this thing into orbit and recover them separately. We could use the ship as an orbital lab. Leave the lab crew up there perhaps, but we're trying to bring this data back. There's so much of it. The heck do we do with that? We'll have to just bring them back to Kerbin. And just leave one of them up there to come down later. But we're not leaving that data behind. So, there's a scientist up in here, right? I believe Bill. Who's our scientist? Oh, hang on. Put in here, aren't they? Glaber is not. Dofrod. Dofrod is a scientist. We have to make sure the tourist comes back, and I believe he is on board already. Dofrod, EVA. You are going to go grab the science data. We know it's on board the lab. If we can't take it, I'll have to look into how you extract data out of a lab and move it, or we can try the collect method. Yeah, I can't take the data out. I will very quickly pause the game and see how we go about extracting data from a lab. Alright, I can't quite work it out. So here's what we'll do. We'll run the lab on the way back. I think it is still running actually. Yeah. Here's what we'll do. We'll head back to Kerbin for now. We'll put this ship into orbit. We will ditch the landers. We're going to do that now actually. We'll also turn the engines off in the landers. Not that there's barely anything left in them anyway. So let's go from here. Not from the lab, because you can't do that. Control. Control from here. Yeah, right. We'll now do a undock. And a secondary undock. Can we even retract these? Yes, we can. Retract. And retract. A single pulse should be enough. Now, our electricity is going to be a lot thinner on the ground. We are not going to have as much to work with. Although our drain might be a bit lower. Only not while SAS is on. Why are we still losing power? What are we doing? Oh, we do have extra solar panels we can deploy. And we should do that. I cannot believe we're still having power shortages. Why? quick save there. Oh, probably because these are still running. Deactivate. Oh my god, this has probably been a big chunk of it all along. We still had these antennas running this whole time. Yep, that's what it was. Those two little antennas talking to the other crafts. That's what was causing us the problems with it the whole game. Right. So, what we shall do, we'll return to Kerbin. We will have the lander module... Can the lander module land on its own at this point? It's got RCS fuel? It's got RCS, yeah. We'll have the lander module land on its own. We will leave the rest in space as an orbital lab. We will transfer the data at short range back to Kerbin. We'll just transmit it. I'd love to land it, but... No, hang on. There's one thing we can try first before we do that. And that is control from here. And I'll show you why I've been a little worried about the old... transfer the data here, because here's what it does. Oh, also do set DBA again. Right, watch this. Oh, don't know if I'll transfer it to the right module, but we are controlling from here now, specifically. I've got a quick save in case it would drag the rest of the data out and stick it in the lab. I think it's sticking it in the lab because the lab's running. Wait, can I just not transfer it because it's in the lab? Is that what it is? If I just do stop research... Is that all it was? If I have someone go... I'll try this first because I just thought of this. EVA. Yeah, but can you get the data? Is that something that works? It could be that. It could just be because the lab was running. It was just locking it in place. So I can't see why we wouldn't be able to, like, retransfer it out. No, he can clean experiments, but he can't... He can't take the data. He just can't take the data out. It just doesn't seem to be an option. That's so weird. Okay, we're going to try collecting it all from the front of the ship then. One quick load. It probably won't even be faster at this point. The game is definitely suffering. Oh, this is proving difficult, shall we say. Right. We need to get this mission over and done with. So much stuff going on. Right. Control from here. Ready for the game to freeze in 3, 2, 1. Now we wait. Yeah. So I was saying it's not liking this. Now hopefully, because we're controlling from there, we told it specifically control from here, it will load all the data up into there. And if it does, we're set. We just head back to Kerbal. One of the Kerbals will have to stay on board the ship. He can stay on board the station keeper, and we can maybe... we can send a rescue craft up later. We kind of need to do that anyway. We could probably build some kind of recovery vehicle and recover the crew from the space hotel at some point in future. But that won't be in the series. I'm trying to move on to the... We're trying to move on to the Eeloo colony. Maybe I'll do some recovery missions off camera or something just to get everyone back on ground. Pick up the people from the Minmus mission. All stuff like that. Yeah, it's still lagging. We'll catch up in a moment. Right, escape maybe, that might speed it up. Because it definitely speeds up once it's paused. But... Well, we might just have to quick load and revert all this anyway. It might be that it moves it to the wrong spot, but... The good news is, soon we will drift away from the landers and the frame rate will improve. There is that to look forward to at least. If we ever get to that point. Okay, there we go. Where is it? Is it in here now? It is not. It's all in the lab, isn't it? Yep. Why is there so much of it in there? You know what? We're going to go with that. We're just going to transfer it down. I don't even care. We're just going to transfer it back to Kerbin via radio once we get to that point. Right. Let's start on the maneuvers home. I'm not going to bother showing you guys these. We'll just do these off camera. Come from a moon. We'll show at least the start of the burner. We'll see how much better we're performing. Oh, we're up to 25k delta V. So we have gates of delta V again, which is nice. Yeah, So we have a reasonably good transmitter. It should be possible to just transmit these back to Kerbin once we get above the surface. We just transmit a bunch of all the data, basically. We will lose an annoyingly large chunk of it, but I can't work out how to get it out of the station unless we can try and land the whole thing in one go. It would potentially be quite low profile, but I don't think we have anywhere near enough parachutes. Can maybe try it for the memes, but revert if it doesn't work. Maybe try and land the whole thing and just let the engine take the weight and the impact. That might work potentially. We'll maybe try that for a meme. We'll get back, but we'll quick save in case we have to revert. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see all that flicking past. We're going to leave the warp helper, but I've got to leave it up because we're still maneuvering for this. Well, maneuver. 180, 197. It's basically 100 seconds. I'll do 105 seconds. Yeah, we might actually genuinely try for a sea landing. We'll cut off the back section of the craft when we're near the water. Just let it completely detach, and we'll see if we can manage a water landing maybe and bring the whole lab down in one go and recover the whole thing. If we can't, we'll revert and we'll transfer it. I know it's stupid. We've got the landing segment specifically built to bring the Kerbals down, and then we find out it's one person short, and we'll land the whole ship. It's stupid, but I want to try it. I want to bring the whole ship back if I can. Well, not the whole ship, but you know what I mean. I want to bring home everything we always intended to bring home. I don't want to have to lose half of it just because of some stupid bug. Speaking of stupid, guess who forgot to check the engine was charged? Infinite electricity. I know, cheats, but come on. That was such a stupid thing to use the engine to. Right. I'll catch up with you guys when we're back on Kerbin. Or back to Kerbin. Just a quick thing to report in on. We have now left Lay's influence. We're getting ready to do our maneuver back to Kerbin. I'm actually doing an any day now one, which actually is using pretty much the same amount of fuel as doing a wait 7 years for the ideal burn. My god, the frame rate. It's so much better. Wow, those landers are apparently adding a lot of lag. I suppose this is basically a cylinder, this craft. But yeah, apparently those landers and the debris was adding a huge amount of lag. It's so much faster now. Yeah, that's all I had to report in. Like I say, I'll catch up with you guys. We're back on Kerbin. See you in a moment. Or back around Kerbin, I should say. Alright, it's getting very late in the day, but in real life at least that is. But we are back, and we are at Kerbal. Sectorize at Periaps. 2000 Delta V, and it will take 8 minutes, which is what, 4 times 600? That's what, 300 seconds roughly? Close enough. Right. Like I say, what I'll do, I'll skip ahead again, and we'll get to the point where we are deorbiting. And what I'm gonna try and do, I'll get it into orbit, I'll quick save, I'll try deorbiting the whole thing. We'll try to do what we said. I think it might just about be able to completely land, and as long as it is like a splashdown. If that doesn't work, I'll leave the recording for the day, and I'll come back and finish the episode tomorrow, and we'll do a recovery craft. We'll build a dedicated one. I am annoyed that the planned one didn't work, but apparently I've somehow managed to miscount, despite the fact we really were careful about that. There was specifically a whole thing with being careful to make sure we had space to bring everyone back. And we still somehow failed to do that. I'm not quite sure what's happened. I have transmitted data as we've been coming back. And then this happened, and I can't do it anymore. I don't know why. But yes. See you guys again in a moment. Say now, that planet over there looks rather familiar. Yeah, we're back. Go. Fusion drive. You might notice, we're not having power issues anymore. Yeah, it really was just how far out we were. The engine is working perfectly fine now we're back in Kerbin. Nevertheless, if we use another one of these engines as a big recharge for our final mission, I'm going to be putting a nuclear reactor on the dang thing, if not a fusion reactor. I think we actually will be able to run a fusion reactor. Now, our science so far... oh my god! Wow. That's higher than I thought it would be. We haven't brought the bulk of it back yet. Oh boy. Right. Cool. We have 16,000 science, regardless of if this bit works or not. This is the slightly memey bit in that we are going to try and land the whole thing. We'll try aim for a splashdown if we can. But I'm like, you know what? We've got a lot of parachutes. We could ditch a lot of the heavyweight. Maybe we can land the whole thing. If we can't, and I rather suspect we can't, frankly, we will leave it in orbit and we'll do a dedicated return mission tomorrow. But it is like way past 2 at this point, and it's in 2 a.m. at my end. And I do stay out quite late normally, but this is pushing it a bit, shall we say? Yes, we're going to try reduce our orbital height to about 20. Maybe not quite 0, but we'll reduce it pretty low. We'll point forwards, get the heat shield facing forward, and we'll just drop the whole craft into the atmosphere, drop the engines once we're entering. We won't need them anymore. Could we leave them in orbit for some future spacecraft? Yes, but no, we can't even, because we need to deorbit the whole craft. Right, you have been good, ship. You are clunky and awkward to work with, but when you were working, you were excellent. And to be fair, you still let us achieve something I never thought we'd be able to do. I never thought we'd manage a grand tour. So, hopefully this will be a cool finale for it. Oh yeah, also look how fast the ship maneuvers. I know we're on 4 times now, but look how much quicker it moves. Now that we're outside of, now that we don't, outside of it, was it? No, now that we're about like 50 tons lighter. Like, it makes a difference, alright. Okay, time warp off, get us facing forwards, then you can time warp again. Yeah, this is going to be some, spectacular burn up, shall we say. I'm also going to put that as the next stage, so we definitely activate the parachutes next. I'm going to activate those early, and we're going to tweak them to activate as high up as I can. I have no idea where the parachutes are. God dang it! Where even are they on this craft? They're on this, right? Yeah. Goddamn, open as high altitude as possible, so that if they actually have any chance of actually slowing us down to a safe speed, because again, this is a bit of a memey thing, I don't expect this to work. But if they actually have any chance of slowing us down, they're going to need to open as high as possible. To slow us down for longer. My hope is they could slow us down enough that the water landing only destroys like the bottom part of the craft and the rest splashes down, and we keep the data. Otherwise, we're going to have to work out either if we want to just transmit it, or if we can somehow get it off the ship. The maneuver node is being eaten, probably from the game. Been running for too long. Oh, one thing we can do, though, I've realized we're going to have to do, or we will destroy the craft. Deflate. Does the radiation actually stop or not? Maybe it doesn't stop. Because there is actually quite a large diameter heat shield, so this actually should protect a lot of the craft. Definitely no crew aboard here. Good. Can the crew level up any further? No. Right. This bit. Goodbye, my friend. My engine of many thousands of Delta V. We have redocked with it, haven't we? No, okay, no, we haven't. That's good. That might be a problem. Right. Atmosphere. Oh, okay, here we go. The finale. Solar panel's gone. Radiator's probably about to cook. And we'll get a screenshot of that because that looks rad. Oh, antenna that I forgot to retract. About to bite dust. Maybe not. Maybe I do have time to retract it. We're getting part blowouts. I'm not sure what they are. I think it's radiators. Oh, you piece of garbage. Are you about to ruin this by Flip us the wrong way round. I think that has messed us up. We might have to Yeah. No. Oh. No. So we're going to quick load. We're going to try that again because that did nearly work. And it was only that booster being in the way. So if we'd decoupled that earlier and also keep our ship pointing prograde because apparently it stopped doing that. And I'm not sure why. Yeah, I think this is doable. I think it is. Well, okay, no, I don't know. This is doable. But I think it is possible to get further with it than we did in that last step anyway because that was not how that was supposed to go. So, right. Let's try that again. When it actually loads, anyway. Okay, well, I'll get back to you guys when we're about to re-enter again. Alright, once I've again back to bring an end, finally, to this accursed video that's been running for so long. That is the wrong way. Turn around right now. Okay. I'm getting very mad at this game. I should not be getting this mad at Kerbal, but it's just like, come on. Come on. We're so close to the end. We're so close. Yeah. Track that. Probably going to lose a lot of bits of that. This might all work anyway. I might just have to recover it and just leave it, call it for a night. But I really like for this to work. It'd be such a funny way to end this. Whoa. I've totally lost staging. I've never seen that before. We just lost it. We just can't stage anymore. The game is just like, what are you even doing? You've done so much stupid stuff today at this point. Now, this heat shield has no abba ladder. It is just, as far as I'm aware, friction, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, that's getting hot. That's not good. Okay, maybe not. We might be okay. There's the back end of the craft. Separated nice and early this time. Using solar panels, but that's fine. We can afford to lose those. Not sure we can afford to lose that. Okay, that wasn't an actual important internal component. Thankfully, this heat shield is pretty substantial. It should protect us from the worst of this. We are starting to lose things from aerodynamic force, not just heat. Oh, we're going to land on land, aren't we? Actually, that might be better. It might allow us to thud down and break just the bottom of it. Because I'm not under any impression that this is going to get down without breaking something. Oh, we're spinning. Oh, that's not good. This is the problem we had before. Are we slowed down enough at this point that we get away with it? Actually, yeah, it looks like we could be. We'll spin. We know this reduces heat buildup, even if we still don't know why. Hey, we're slowing down. Oh, do not land in the mountains after all that. It's got to land on that mountain, isn't it? And just snap. Just land on a hill, rather. We can ditch the heat shield. Is one bit we can dot. Just actually get rid of that extra weight. The heat shield weighs much, but I have a horrible feeling we are literally going to land on that mountain. Which would be the worst possible place. Well, the slope on the side of the mountain, which would be the worst possible place to land. And again, I know this is stupid. I know we probably can't even seriously consider landing this. Actually, what does this vessel weigh? You know what, before I say that, what does it actually weigh? We do have 4 parachutes. We actually do have quite a lot. Vessel info. Where is our weight? $50 tons. Yeah, we probably can't even seriously consider landing this with this, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to at least take it to ground level and try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll do it as part of the next episode, and we'll just try and recover it. What? Oh, okay, or we could slow down to about 20 meters a second, which is pretty feasible, assuming the bottom breaks and soaks up the shock. As long as this bit is okay, that's the main bit. Where's the rest of our crew? We have a crewman in one of these parts, right? 5, 6, 7. No, they're all on board. Where is the last crewman? Leave free, in case this goes horribly wrong, could you transfer up a section? I'd like to say I could settle for the crew being alive, but I really, really don't think I can say that at this point. I just want the... I want the data as well, I should say. Not that I just want one or the other. No, I want the data. Okay, we are going to land on the slope. We're going to hit it hard. We are actually gradually slowing down. The docking pod's quite solid. Is there a chance this will take the shock? If it does, I'll very quickly mash the recover vessel button. Is it cheesy? Yes. At this point, oh well. What we've been through. It's been a long, hard mission. We are absolutely coming to land on the slope. Of course, the thing that's killed us the most times. Try to play through a sloped piece of terrain. We are coming down more gently than I thought we would, but a slope is a slope. Right, so I'm ready for the bottom section to completely crack. Docking port as well, probably. But let's see what happens. So, explosion. Did we... Yo! It actually worked. What? You know what? I don't care. It worked. I don't care. We did it. We did it. The Grand Tour is drawn to a close as long as the game doesn't crash on a loading screen for trying to load 500 science reports. No, 600. No, is it like 700? It's like 600 in a lab and like 100 in a different module. 600 plus, 700 plus, I think. Dear God. The report screen's going to look weird. I really hope the game is not crashing out. Because it doesn't. We'll skip all the messages in case just loading the message screen with that many on it would crash. And we'll just take the science and save. Come on, game. I'm going to skip the loading screen because we might be sat here a moment. We did it. We did it. Look at that. 23,000 science. In some ways, that's almost less than I thought. I think we've got a lot of duplicates that haven't bought in anything. Yo! I didn't even know there were extra digits on this counter. I didn't know it went up to a K. Ooh. Yeah, and a bunch of maxed out people, including Jeb now, who for some reason was not maxed out. Oh yeah, and more world firsts. Returned home from orbit of Jewel. And also a bunch of these that have been running automatically. And the occasional glitch message and the Grand Tour completion message. To prove we did it. Look at that. Complete. Wow. Well, this has been an episode. This has been a roller coaster episode, and I'm slightly worried that it's not going to record or not going to edit together properly, but I will do what I can to salvage this if it does. If I have to upload this episode in pieces to get this up, I will. I'm not losing this one. Right. I really hope you all enjoyed. You know the drill, all the normal stuff that helps out the channel. If you enjoyed this episode, do it, you know. Comment, subscribe, like, whatever. There's also the additional one. I make games as well. If you want to support a very much indie games dev, yeah, maybe check out the links in the description. You might like it. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. Anyone who's still around at this point for sticking it out with me. And I will see you guys all again next time, where we will begin planning for the big one. Finally going to Eeloo. Goodbye.